Senior, I wanted to ask you some questions on money. Sure, you can ask. I want to get rich quickly. Can you tell me some good schemes to become rich fast? Mm, any more questions? This is a little. I'm embarrassed to ask this question, but I want to take a loan this month. I already have a home loan and a car loan. I want to take some loan this month. Do you have any ideas of what loans I can take this month? That's it. Any last question? Yes, one more question I have. Uh, uh, I want to start saving. I want to do a noble thing. I always hear your videos. I want to do something good. I want to start saving. But I'm waiting for that good salary, that right salary to start saving. Can you please tell me what is that good salary that I can start saving? Stop. You know something? You're asking all the wrong questions. Ask the right questions. Ask questions which the wealthy ask. Ask the right questions, and you may become wealthy. As long as you're asking wrong, you keep asking the wrong questions, you'll stay poor. Ask the right questions, and you will grow your wealth. Can you tell me all the right questions which the wealthy ask? I'll start asking them today. You want to know all the right questions? Then watch this video. Three top right questions what the wealthy ask. Watch them, and you will certainly be growing your wealth. I'll surely watch. Yes. Watch the three questions that the wealthy ask. Because when you ask the right questions, you think right. And when you think right, you do right. And I hope this video will help you, make you do the right because you will think the right, because you will ask the right questions. You know what is Elon Musk's favorite interview question to find out if the candidate is honest or dishonest? His question is, tell me about some of the most difficult problems you worked on and how you solved them. This is the right question. And this is a man who is the wealthiest man in the world. And this is a question he's asking for an interviewee, the candidate that he's going to choose. Let's look at another rich man, a wealthy man, the question that he asks. And this is not for any job or any job interview, but for life. This question is, ask yourself, who do you want to spend your last day with? Meet them as often as you can. Why wait? You see the power of this question. Now, none of these questions have got to do anything with wealth, really. Probably his question, Elon Musk's question, has got to do with money, that he's going to give a salary, but it's nowhere connected to building wealth. But see the powerful questions that these wealthy people ask. And if you want to grow your wealth, you must ask the right question. If you are wealthy, you will ask the right questions. But why wait till you become wealthy? Why don't we ask the right questions right now? Questions pertaining to wealth, to building wealth. Hi, I am Frankie Fernandez. I am a certified financial planner. I'm also a marriage coach. And my goal is to help young families like you grow your wealth, but also grow the true wealth, which is your relationships. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I encourage you to subscribe to my channel. You will get all information about building wealth and also not neglecting your most important relationship, that is your marriage. In my last video, if you watched, I talked about the 3 wrong money questions which people who are struggling financially ask. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about 3 right questions. 3 right questions which wealthy people ask. So let's get into this video and we look at these 3 questions, these top 3 questions. They ask many questions, but these are the top 3 questions which will help you and me to grow our wealth. Let's get started.
So what's the first question? How can I make my money work for me? How can I make my money work for me? Obviously, I'm going to talk about people who are already wealthy. They have probably they're billionaires or millionaires, or in India, maybe crorpatis. Uh, and they, and the question that they ask is, how can I grow my wealth? That means they already have wealth, they want it to grow. So what happens when you ask the right questions? When you ask the right questions, you are thinking about those things. When you ask questions, you are constantly thinking about those things, right? Just imagine if you are at a very busy airport, a huge airport, and you want to get out of the airport. You've just landed, your custom clearance is over, you are in a foreign country, and you want to get out of the airport. What do? You ask a question. Do you ask a wrong question or right question? You ask the right question. What is the right question? How do I go out? Where is the exit? And somebody may tell you or show you a signboard saying that that is the exit. You keep walking. And it actually happened to me when I was in Amsterdam in the first time when I traveled to the US. It was a huge airport. So I kept on looking for the exit, kept on looking for the exit, asking people where is the exit. And I reached the exit because my goal was the exit. And same with wealth. Those who are wealthy, they have a lot of wealth. They're asking the question, how do I grow my wealth? How do I grow my wealth? So what happens when they ask this question? Because they have a lot of money, they are wealthy. They are thinking of growing their wealth. They are not thinking, in fact, they are thinking, is my money really lying idle? A lot of times, people like us, and especially those who have very less money, they're not thinking about that few thousands which is lying in their savings account or a few lakhs. They're not so bothered. But do you think those who have got 100 crores or 500 crores or 1,000 crores, they keep their money lying idle in savings account? 100 crores, you may get 2 crores or so in savings account, which is not bad. But they are not looking for 2 crores. They are looking for 15%. They're looking for 20%. So so they are looking for their wealth to double, which means at 15%, their wealth will double in 5 years. That means 100 crores, they're looking for it to become 200 crores. So what they're doing, they actually invest their money in stocks and dividend paying companies or high yield bonds probably, where their money will double, where they'll get per annum on an average 15 crores, 15% or 20%. They're investing in stocks, directly into stocks. Probably they're getting 20-25% in some stocks. And that is the way they're growing their wealth. They do not want to see it idle. A lot of times they also buy real estate and they give it on rent and they get this money. And all this money in stocks and dividends, they have to do nothing. They have to do nothing. They are focused on their business, their profession, their money is growing. But they ensure that it is in the right places because they believe in compounding. The wealth that they have seen it grow and multiply in the last 5, 10, 15, 20 years. So what they're doing is they want it to double and let it grow. So this is the way the rich think, the wealthy think. What about unwealthy people? What mistakes they make? They look at money thinking how I will spend. What they are looking for the $1 billion sales, or they're looking for an opportunity where they can buy clothes, shoes, a fancy mobile, or they're thinking with that wealth that they have, how I can take a loan and then repay because I have the capacity to repay the EMI. They look at money as a spending resource, whereas the rich and the wealthy look at money as a means of doubling and means of growing that wealth. They look at resources very differently. So this is the difference. So this is the difference between the wealthy and the unwealthy. The wealthy look at money very differently, whereas the unwealthy look at money differently. How are you thinking? Now, you don't have to have wealth to think like this. You can start thinking right now so that you can grow your wealth. Question number 2. How can I protect and grow my wealth? how I can protect and grow my wealth. This is the a very powerful question that the wealthy ask. They are not just looking at growing their wealth, but they believe that they're living in they are living in times where there is uncertainty. There is uncertainty. There is uncertainty about death, about hospitalization, about loss in business, or losing your job. Anything can happen. So they are constantly thinking about how to protect this wealth. They do not take unnecessary risk when they have grown their wealth. What they do, they do the risk planning. They ensure that they have all the insurances, and of course, they have a lot of wealth. They are not. They have emergency funds. They have a lot of liquid cash, but they take care of all the insurances. They ensure that they have life insurance, they have health insurance, a very substantial amount, because they don't want, although they have got a lot of wealth, they do not want their wealth to get affected because of hospitalization or because of any losses. They ensure that they insure their business, they insure their property, they insure everything possible so that none of their wealth which they have invested gets impacted because of probably natural calamities or terrorism or whatever is not in their control, fire or whatever. They ensure that there are enough insurances. They do a lot of good tax planning while they're alive, and even after they're gone, they ensure that they're not taxed. There is estate planning and all kind of planning they do so that they do not lose on taxes. And they do asset allocation. What is that asset allocation? You can watch my video where I've clearly explained what is the importance of asset allocation. Asset allocation is when you have diversified your money into different asset classes like equities, bonds, real estate, gold, to ensure that you get maximum returns at minimum risk. You don't lose so much when the markets fall, and you also gain substantial when the markets go up. This is what the wealthy do, and that's why they keep growing their wealth. They are very, very careful. Because of the insurances, tax planning, and asset allocation, they ensure that their wealth is protected. They have so much wealth. Why are they so worried? But they are very careful. In the past, many wealthy people have lost their wealth, whether it is Amitabh Bachchan or it is the actor Nicolas Cage or the boxer Mike Tyson. They were all wealthy, a lot of wealth, but they did not ensure that it is protected with proper asset allocation and insurances, and they lost. But thanks to Amitabh Bachchan's hard work and the other breaks that he got, he was able to rebuild his wealth. So even the rich, the wealthiest people can lose their wealth if they do not protect their wealth. And that's why most of the wealthy people look for ways to protect their wealth. The mistakes unwealthy make, most of them think insurance is waste of money. Why should I buy that term insurance when I don't get back that money after several years? Thinking that nothing's going to happen to them. And when they die, their family is left without anything. We've seen that during COVID. And they do not buy health insurances because they think, why should I spend 10, 15, 20,000 per annum for nothing? I may not get hospitalized anytime. I'm healthy, I'm fine. But one hospitalization can wipe away their complete wealth. So they are not wealthy and they don't have insurances and they lose all their wealth, and then they have to resort to borrowing. What is happening? You see the mindset of the wealthy and the unwealthy. The wealthy, although have a lot of wealth, they're thinking how I can protect this wealth. And on the other hand, the unwealthy, they do not have much wealth, but they're not so bothered about that little wealth that they have. See the difference? You do not have to wait till you become wealthy. The best way to begin to create your wealth is to protect your wealth right now, whatever you have. So buy all the insurances, ensure you have the emergency funds. Watch my video on on risk plan. Ensure that you have that risk plan. This is a mistake the unwealthy make. And now the last question, question number 3. Where can I improve or learn to increase my financial knowledge? Where can I improve or learn to increase my financial knowledge? So the wealthy are not content with what they know because they believe this world, especially the financial world, is evolving. There are new instruments, new ways of doing things, new options, new asset classes. A lot of things are happening. So, how do we ensure that we take advantage of that? And what they do? They invest their time into learning about new products, learning about the markets, learning about how to make more money, how to grow your wealth. So they're learning constantly. They're increasing their financial knowledge. They're ensuring that they keep updating their financial literacy. And why do they do this? Wealthy individuals are constantly seeking to learn more about emerging opportunities, market trends, and financial strategies that help them make smarter decisions. And what is the impact on this? This focus on financial education enables them to stay informed, innovate in their approach, and continuously improve their financial decisions, keeping them ahead of the curve. They are constantly trying to improve and grow their knowledge. I'm sure you're wondering, I don't have to, what do I do with so much wealth? I know you can put your wealth to good use too. Warren Buffett has pledged to give 99% of his wealth in charity while he's alive or the moment he dies. You can do that. So growing wealth is not just about self. Azim Premji from Wipro, he also donates a lot. We talked about Ratan Tata. What do Ratan Tata and the Tata companies do? What does the Tata Trust do? They do a lot of philanthropy. So do that. Because if you're unwealthy, if you're not growing your wealth, struggling with your money, let alone the world, let alone the society, you can't help your own family, your children. You can't give them good education and a good life because of these mistakes. What are the mistakes unwealthy make in this regard? They focus on one or two things and think that's financial literacy. I've talked to many young folks, many who are married. They know a few things. For example, somebody knows about trading, somebody knows about buying stocks, tips on based on tips, and they just focused on that. They'll spend their office time doing trading, intraday trading, FNOs, because they have learned that. One thing they think, and they do not bother to watch videos, read up, and they get stuck in that. And when they're stuck in that, they're actually they don't know anything beyond that. And if you know the wrong thing, for example, if you only know about intraday trading and buying stocks on tips or FNOs or cryptocurrency, for example, it's so risky. You may lose all your wealth. On the other hand, if you just know about mutual funds and give it to an advisor, and at least that money will grow. But then, if you want to have an edge, if you want to keep growing, multiplying, you must know more and more. You must learn. For example, is watching this video, you are investing your time in learning. Through this learning, you'll be able to make the right financial decision and your wealth will grow. It's very important that you continue to improve your financial knowledge. Ensure that you are financially literate and also up to date. Only then you can grow your wealth. So these are the 3 right questions the wealthy ask. What are the right questions? Number 1, how can I make my money work for me? How can I make my money work for me? Second question, and question 3, where can I improve or learn to increase my financial knowledge? Which of these 3 questions you liked? Let me know in the comments. Write there and let me know why you liked this question and which question you have not asked and you want to ask today, from today. Write to me in the comment box and let me know which is a question that you want to ask yourself today. You don't have to grow your wealth to ask these questions. You can ask these questions even now. Even if you're earning 50,000 or a lakh per month, you can ask how I can ensure my money grows, how I can ensure that I protect my wealth, how I can ensure that I grow more in my financial knowledge. You can ask these questions. I hope there was some learning for you in this video. If you're watching this and you've not subscribed, I encourage you to subscribe. If you liked, please show me a thumbs up. If you liked and you want to express or ask questions, please let me know in the comment box. And I wish you that you grow your wealth. You ask the right questions. Don't ask the wrong questions. If you haven't watched my previous video, please watch my video on the 3 wrong money questions that people ask. The people who are financially struggling ask. And I hope that you are not one of them. I hope that you are one of them who is growing their wealth. So thank you for watching this video till the end. I hope there is some value I have added to your life today, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye for now.